Lesson 87, Video Part 2. All right, please turn to Part 2 in your textbook. To work these problems, you'll divide by a fraction. Problem A, a store owner has 9/4 pounds of syrup. She pours the syrup into jars that each hold 3/8 of a pound. How many jars can she fill? Write the problem you'll work, then stop. So pause the video. Everybody, read the problem. Pause the video. 9/4 divided by 3/8. Again, it's 9/4 divided by 3/8. So, work the problem, then write the answer as a number and a unit name. So, pause the video. Okay, so this will be turned into 9/4 times 8/3. What's the answer? Pause the video. 6. Problem B. Oh, sorry, before we go on. 6 what? 6 jars. Make sure you label your answer. Okay, next. We have problem B. Fran has 26 pounds of walnuts. She wants to put them in bags that each hold 3/4 of a pound. How many bags can she fill? Work the problem, show your answer as a whole number or mixed number with a unit name. So pause the video and work the problem. So, you're going to check your work. You work the problem, 26 divided by 3/4. Also, as 26 times 4/3. You would have put that over 1 and multiplied straight across and then divided. So, how many bags can she fill? What's the answer? Pause the video. 34 and 2/3 bags. Box in your answer. Okay, problem C. A tank held 35 gallons of gasoline. The gasoline was poured into containers that each held 2/3 of a gallon. How many containers were filled? So you have 35 divided by what number? 2/3. Rewrite it into 3/2. Pause the video, work the problem. And what's the answer? 52.5 containers. Make sure you're working out the whole problem. All right, let's move on. So, I'm going to show you directions for writing problems. All the problems will have values inside the parentheses and a number you multiply by the outside of the parentheses. I'll say that again. I'm going to show you directions for writing problems. All the problems will have values inside the parentheses and a number you multiply by outside the parentheses. So, this says, show the quantity 4 plus 5 plus 1, then multiply by 5. Plus 5 plus 1, then multiply by 9. So, we'll show the quantity 4 plus 5 plus 1, then multiply by 9. Step 1, step 2. So, step 1. So, 1, I'm going to do it down here in the same color. Parentheses, 4 plus 5 plus 1. Next part. What do I do next? Multiply by 9. 9 goes on the outside. 9 times the quantity, 4 plus 5 plus 1. All right. Let me check to make sure this is showing up. All right, so what we'll do next is another one. Show the quantity. (70 divided by 7). Then multiply by 4. So show the quantity 70 divided by 7, then multiply by 4. So step 1, show this. So in parentheses, it'll be 70 divided by 7. And on the outside, step 2, divide by 4. Multiply by 4, sorry. All right. I'll do this again. Show the quantity 16 minus 2 plus 4, then multiply by 3. So pause the video now and work this problem. Show me how this would look written out. All right, so 1 would be parentheses 16 minus 2 plus 4. On the outside, we have 3. Here's another one. I'm just going to erase this part. Is 36 minus, show the quantity 36 minus 5, and multiply it by 1/3. Pause the video and work this problem. All right, step 1, 36 minus 5. On the outside, 1/3. Just like so. Okay. So, now let's move on to sentences, parts of a group. Please find part 3 in your textbook. Part 3 in your textbook. Pause the video to find it. All right, so for each item, you'll write 2 equations. Read sentence A. Pause the video. 3/4 of the fish were alive. Write the equation for the first fish. Write the equation for the fish that were alive and the equation for the fish that were dead. Pause the video now. So, you have 3/4 of the fish were alive. And now you need to write how many of the fish were dead. Well, if 3/4 are living, I know I have 4/4 in all. What's left over? 1/4. Just like so. Problem B. 7/8 of the boxes were upstairs. All right. 7/8 of the boxes were upstairs. Write the equation for the boxes upstairs and the equation for boxes downstairs. So I have boxes downstairs. Well, if I have 7/8, I know I have 8/8 in all. So what's 8 minus 7? 1/8. Boxes downstairs. I would like you to do part C and problem C and D on your own in part 3 in your textbook. So pause the video now and work those. So, problem C, 2/3 of the papers were white, 1/3 of the papers were not white. Problem D, 5/9 of the animals were hungry. So, we know that we have 4/9 of the animals were not hungry. There's your work. All right, so now let's move on to exercise 9. I know this is independent work, but I want to explain it to you. Find part 4 in your textbook. Pause the video to find it. Some of these problems multiply. Remember, when you multiply, you add the decimal places in the numbers you multiply. Raise your, you can't raise your hand because you're not here. So, touch problem C. You're going to move the decimal how many places? Pause the video. 3. 3 places. So how many decimal places will be in the answer? 3 decimal places. Touch problem D. How many decimal places are going to be in that one? Pause the video. 4. 4 places. So how many decimal places will be in the answer? Pause the video. 4 places. Now find part 5 in your textbook. Pause the video to find part 5 in your textbook. This table shows the number of people, keyword people, visiting a campground each day from Sunday through Friday. As part of your independent work, you'll figure out the average number of people who visited the campground each day. You'll also write the number of days that are above the average and the number below the average. We did that in the prior lesson. So make sure if you're getting confused, go back to the previous lesson videos and watch those to figure out how to do that. So your independent work for 87 textbook 4 through 12 and workbook part 3. All right, if you have any questions, rewatch the videos and then reach out to me in the chat. Take care and have a great day. Bye.